if a burglar wants to get inside your house, smashing a window makes, a lot of noise.
Right.
So it's much more effective to just convince you to unlock the front door and, well, let them in yourself.
Exactly, because once you've made that conscious choice to let someone inside, your guard is completely down, and you've already decided they belong there.
Exactly. And today we are looking at a text you shared with us that uses that exact psychological strategy, but on your mind, welcome to your custom deep dive.
Yeah, we're unpacking a highly personalized spiritual reading you received.
Our mission here is to break down the anatomy of this message, to see how it systematically bypasses your critical thinking, moving from comforting emotional validation to an incredibly urgent pitch.
The whole structure relies entirely on getting you to lower your own defenses before it ever asks for a single thing.
Right, and the opening paragraphs really reflect that. I mean, they don't make demands, they just paint this highly specific portrait of you.
Oh, absolutely. It notes that you are spiritual but easily unfocused.
Yeah, and it claims you have strong intuition that you tend to ignore.
Mhm.
And it zeroes in on this idea that you are soft-hearted, but have become bitter recently because friends and family have just walked all over you.
By leading with those emotional states, the author is using a classic psychological technique.
Hmm.
I mean, these are almost universal human experiences.
Right, who hasn't felt unappreciated after helping a friend?
Exactly. But the text frames them as these profound psychic insights meant only for you.
It feels a bit like looking into a funhouse mirror, actually. Well, instead of distorting your face, it filters out all your flaws, so it only reflects your most sympathetic, misunderstood traits back at you.
Right.
Like, it tells you that you are a hard worker whose energy is completely drained, which is a highly flattering way to explain away just everyday burnout.
That Funhouse Mirror Effect is crucial for the setup, because when we see an idealized, sympathetic version of ourselves reflected back, our natural skepticism drops.
We want that reflection to be true.
We really do. By validating your exhaustion and telling you your struggles are noble, the text makes you feel deeply understood. It manufactures immediate trust, which basically props the door open for what comes next.
And that open door leads to a really jarring shift.
It really does.
The text moves away from your emotional well-being and reveals that a, quote, blessing has been delayed in your life.
Right, but it defines this blessing explicitly as a well-paying job and owning your own company.
Yeah, which is so weird. I struggle to understand how a reading that starts by focusing on your spiritual intuition suddenly becomes a pitch for corporate success.
Yeah.
I mean, those feel like entirely different domains.
They seem totally disconnected on the surface, but mechanically it's a necessary pivot.
Okay, why is that?
Well, the emotional validation in the first half established this premise that you are a noble, hard worker who's been taken advantage of.
Right.
To resolve that narrative tension, the text has to offer a reward that makes all that past suffering feel justified.
So, spiritual peace just isn't enough of a payoff for the exhaustion they just validated.
Exactly. Abstract spiritual peace doesn't pay the rent, right? It doesn't prove the doubters wrong.
That's a good point.
Offering a highly lucrative material reward, like a successful company, it provides a concrete solution to that feeling of being undervalued.
It shifts your focus from the past, where you were wronged, to this highly specific, wealthy future.
Right.
Which brings us to the catch.
There's always a catch.
Always. So the text claims the only reason you don't already have this wealth is that you've been refusing a spiritual cleansing. The author insists this isn't an ordinary process, tells you to act fast, and offers to perform it for you. But they add this strange condition.
Right. They say they will only help you if you prove you are trustworthy and straightforward.
Yeah, I keep looking at that phrase. Is demanding the subject be trustworthy just a built-in escape hatch?
What do you mean?
It seems like a clever way to shift the blame onto you if the promised wealth never actually materializes.
Oh, it functions as an escape hatch, certainly. I mean, if the sudden windfall doesn't happen, the author can just claim your energy wasn't straightforward enough.
Right, it's your fault.
Exactly. But more importantly, it reverses the power dynamic of the entire interaction.
Because now you have to prove yourself to them.
Yes. Up to this point, the author was trying to win your trust by comforting you.
Yeah.
But by suddenly introducing an ultimatum and demanding that you be trustworthy to access this exclusive cleansing, the author plays hard to get.
Wow, yeah.
It forces the target into a position of compliance. You actually stop questioning whether the cleansing is real because you're too busy trying to prove you deserve it.
It is a completely engineered progression. I mean, the text starts as a sympathetic shoulder to cry on, just validating your emotional exhaustion. Then it dangles the ultimate material reward to resolve that exhaustion.
Right.
And finally, it flips the script, demanding your immediate compliance and trust to unlock that reward.
It really is a masterclass in exploiting vulnerability, step by step.
Which leaves you with this to consider. When we are feeling genuinely drained and unappreciated, exactly as this reading describes, does the promise of a spiritual shortcut to our material goals become impossible to resist?